In this episode, we take car care from a mild-mannered leisure activity to part of a super vehicle maintenance regimen. Oh, we'll go shopping. We'll get wet and wild, and we may even put some cold hard cash back into your pocket. So hop in, belt up, and just relax. Daily Driver TV starts now.
So I cashed in all my empties and saved every dime from my paper route for this very moment. I need stuff, like lots and lots of car cleaning stuff. And the great news is that it's readily available close to home at most new vehicle dealerships, automotive aftermarket stores, or major retailers just like this. Man, I am so excited and we have lots to cover. So let's get right into it, shall we? Basically, there's three key areas in a vehicle that need to be cleaned and or protected. First of all is the engine compartment, which is everything underneath the hood. Second, the exterior, which is painted areas, glass surfaces, wheels, and tires. And finally is the interior, which is the entire passenger compartment, and don't forget that trunk, hatchback, or cargo area. So the first area we'll address is the engine compartment, which is a very tricky area to clean and to keep clean. I mean, have you ever taken a look in there? It is jam-packed. There's no room for your hand, never mind a sponge. And more importantly, is it's filled with really sensitive electrical equipment and computer components. I mean, would you clean your laptop by running it through the dishwasher? I don't think so. So, what it basically boils down to is a pretty simple equation. You take someone of an amateur skill level, combine that with corrosive chemicals and a high pressure wash, and apply that to an engine with those sensitive components, and what you end up with is a beautiful clean engine that doesn't run. Moving on to the exterior, we're not going to get away half as easy as we did with the engine compartment, so let's get rolling. But before we get a good coat of wax in the car, we need to clean it, and to do that, we're going to pick up some car soap, because it's specially made for your vehicle's sensitive surfaces. Oh, and by the way, forget the dishwashing detergent, because the same active ingredient in here that'll strip the cake on lasagna from your pots and pans will also strip the wax right off your car. Well, the car's clean, but it's still wet, and to dry it, we're faced once again with a bevy of choices. The first of which is this silicone squeegee, which besides being kind of cool to say, works pretty good. If your car has flat sides, and how many have flat sides with body contours and moldings, this can be tough to manipulate. That, and it can be abrasive. Next, the favorite, the chamois, used by generation after generation, works fantastic, holds a lot of water and dirt. That's a no-no. So building on the positives of the chamois is this microfiber towel. The technology in this is that it has millions of tiny fibers, 100 times thinner than a human hair, which allow this cloth to hold 7 times its weight in water and less dirt. And you know what? That works for me. So where's the wax? Overwhelming, isn't it? Look at all those choices. The great news is the vast majority of the cars on the road today come with what's called a clear coat finish, which is a great level of protection right from the factory. And properly maintaining it with wax, the need for things like rubbing and polishing compounds and cleaner waxes is virtually diminished. So when you arrive at this massive aisle, what you're looking for is the word wax. What wax does for you is two basic things. First of all, it enhances the natural beauty of the paint, and secondly, most importantly, protection. Wax comes in 3 basic formats: spray, liquid, and paste. Spray wax like this one here is great. You just spray it on and wipe it off. I mean, could it be any easier? The flip side of spray wax is that it lasts for maybe 2 or 3 washes at best, which means that over the long run, it's going to cost you more money and more of your valuable time. Similarly, liquid waxes like this here go on just as easy, but don't provide a good level of meaningful protection like a paste wax. And for the do-it-yourselfer in the backyard, there's no better meaningful protection than what paste wax affords. And when considering which brand you're going to go with, there's 2 things you need to look for. First of all, pick up a good terry cloth applicator. The second thing is, look for a mention of carnauba somewhere on the label. Now what carnauba does for you is it helps to maintain the natural oils and emollients that occur in paint. But my real reason for liking it is so I can tell my loved ones that I wax my Cordoba with carnauba. On to wheels and tires, which personally is a real big one for me, because I figure if shoes make the man, then wheels make the ride. Simply changing the wheels or cleaning them if they're really dirty can have a dramatic effect on the appearance of your vehicle. So I gotta make sure and get this one right. The first step, determining what kind of wheels you have on your vehicle. If you have plastic wheel covers over steel road wheels, a simple knock test will tell you and just a good once-over in the course of washing your car will do the job. Most vehicles on the road today have some form of metal or aluminum alloy wheel on them, which requires special cleaning power to get the job done. You want to get the road grime and the brake dust off and the shine on. And to do that, I'm going to pick up a bottle of all-purpose wheel cleaner and some good brushes, despite what the label says. I want to make sure this job is done right.
Okay, we picked up a number of key things like soap, a wash mitt, drying aid, wax, and wheel cleaner. That's it? Why does it seem that shopping time always goes so darn quickly?